you're in sales, which guess what, we all are, has your success set you up to fail? Think about that for a second, but keep watching right now because I'm going to give you some really, really good tips right around the corner that's going to help you in your sales process so that you do not fail and you don't get comfortable in your sales process. But before I talk about that, be sure to subscribe to this channel so that you can get this type of sales content that's going to help improve your sales process. So let's talk about this. This is something that I see is a detriment to a lot of salespeople and setting them up for failure, is getting comfortable in sales. I see it all the time. So when somebody works for our organization, we always tell them this, that hey, we'll never quit on you if you don't quit on yourself. And unfortunately, what ends up happening is when somebody gets really comfortable in the sales process or they start making sales, they actually start quitting on themselves and they don't even realize it. So that's my first tip right now to you is this, is that you might be getting a little comfortable in your sales process right now. You might be making sales and you might be getting too comfortable and actually you're quitting on yourself, which is actually a detriment to your sales process. So I've seen so many really, really good salespeople in my sales career that did such incredible things. They were such great salespeople, but then they started getting really comfortable and they did not spot it. And then all of a sudden their sales started dropping and guess what started happening? Not only were they mentally starting to quit on themselves, but they started to quit on the company that was actually helping them. So let's get into the mindset right now of an absolute sales rock star and how to keep yourself in that mindset so that you don't get comfortable. So the first takeaway right now for you is this, is that if you're getting comfortable in sales, you're quitting on yourself. That is the biggest takeaway right now from this video is if you're getting comfortable in sales, you're starting to quit on yourself. So what you have to do is this, you have to look at your entire day and you have to map it out so that you're not getting too comfortable. So let's look at a work day right now. So let's say that you're starting your day at 9:30 in the morning. So here's my first bonus tip for you. If you're starting at 9:30 in the morning, you're there early before 9:30. You're there by 9 o'clock so that you can go ahead and you can relax. You can get your mind ready. You can start preparing for your day. Start looking at your calendar. See exactly what you can do so that you're not getting too comfortable in the sales process. But here's what happens is that when salespeople start making sales and they start doing really, really good, they start getting comfortable and they start showing up right at about 9:30 or a couple minutes later. But here's where the bigger problem ends up happening, and I see it all the time, is this. The individual starts at 9:30, but guess what they do? They go ahead and they walk to get a cup of coffee. Because why not? I'm doing good in sales, so you know what? I deserve it. I deserve to go get a cup of coffee right now because guess what? I can just magically turn this sales process on because I'm a great salesperson. Guess what you're doing mentally in your mind? You're starting to quit and you don't even realize it. So think about that right now for a second as we're starting to talk about this. If you're starting to get a little comfortable right now and at 9:30 you're going to get a cup of coffee, this is not a detriment to the company, it's a detriment to you. You're actually starting to quit on yourself and you don't even realize it yet. This is something as far as getting a cup of coffee that is a reward, yes, but guess what? It's a reward right here. It's a reward before 9:30 happens. That's where I'm saying get there early, get there at 9 o'clock, 9:15 at the very latest, get your cup of coffee, sit down, start planning exactly where you want this day to go. Because guess what? If you don't plan your day is going to plan you. And that's really, really key. If you don't plan your day is going to plan you, and you're going to get comfortable, and all of a sudden your sales are going to start dropping. So the sales rock star gets their coffee between 9 and 9:30. They sit down, they start looking, they start mapping, they start getting their mind ready. They start doing the things in order to be successful. Another thing that a sales rock star does is this, is get up in the morning and go for a walk, go for a jog, go to the gym. Because what that does is gets your body actually moving forward. It makes sure that your body is not getting lazy, it's not getting comfortable. Because guess what? If you can start triggering your body not to get comfortable early in the morning before you even get to work, it now is a precursor for your day. Okay? So here we are starting at 9:30. Okay? And let's say that lunch is at 1:30. Okay? So you've got between 9:30 and 1:30, you have a 4-hour time block. So here's how a sales rock star looks at this 4-hour time block. Okay? They realize that at 1:30 they're going to lunch. So 1:30 to 2:30, that's my lunch. That's my rest. Okay? That's where I can sit back and eat my lunch and get ready for the afternoon. Okay? We're going to look at the afternoon right now from 2:30 to say 6:30. Here's another 4-hour time block. Okay? So you're looking at your day, you've got 4 hours in the morning, you've got 4 hours in the afternoon. We're going to take that 1 hour out right here. That's for you. Okay? So in that 4 hours, morning and afternoon, guess what ends up happening is this. If I take a 15-minute break, okay, and I go a little bit longer than 15 minutes, let's say I go 25 minutes. No big deal, right? I'm just taking a 25-minute break. I deserve it. I've been doing really, really good in sales. So all of a sudden now I really only have 3.5 hours of call time. But guess what ends up happening is here's the other tip right around the corner. If I'm going another 10 minutes on my break, I'm going to 25 minutes, I'm not just going to 3 hours and 30 minutes right here. There's going to be more time during that 4-hour, 3.5-hour time block where guess what? I'm going to get up and I'm going to go talk to somebody. I'm going to go to the bathroom. I'm going to go to the break room, grab a snack. So guess what? I'm going to have another probably 30 minutes of just downtime. So really what I've done right now in this 4-hour block, I've now gone ahead and I've reduced it to 3 hours. Okay? That's no big deal, right? Because I got 3 hours of call time. Here's the problem. You ready? Here's the tip right around the corner that I was promising you. That is not a 3-hour continuous time block. You follow me right now? It's not continuous because you had 4 hours here. Just because you had 30 minutes here, you had 30 minutes of downtime, so you think I've got only 3 hours. No, that 3 hours is split up. So that 4 hours is not all taken out with these things. So you might have an hour and a half, and then there's 15 minutes, 20 minutes here. You've got another hour here, there's another 10 minutes there. Then you've got another hour, and then you've taken about 5, 7, 8 minutes there. So all of a sudden, there's no momentum that you're actually building up because you're taking this 4 hours, you're reducing it now to 3 hours, but it's not really a clean 3 hours of call block time. That 3 hours is now split up into different segments. So really, you might only be having about an hour and 20 minutes of call time. Then you've taken a break. Then you've come back and you're trying to get that momentum going again. And then now you're taking another break. Then you're going and talking to a manager. You're going to talk to somebody else, talk to a colleague. And before you know it, your call block of 4 hours is split up now into hour increments. That's not a way to be successful. That's where you start becoming comfortable. And all of a sudden, your sales start dropping, not because you're not good in sales, and you're not good at connecting with somebody, you're not good at qualifying that individual, you're not giving yourself the means to be successful because you're not giving yourself the proper time. Your call block is all messed up. That goes the same for the afternoon. This 4-hour time block right down here, we end up going and taking another 15-minute break because guess what? We deserve it. But you know what? That 15 minutes now turns into 22 minutes. Because guess what? We deserve another 7 minutes of break time. We had to go an extra little bathroom break. So you know what? That shouldn't impede on my 15 minutes I've got. You know what? I'm going to go to the bathroom. I deserve that on that 15-minute time block. So now I'm still pushing my time out. So now I'm at 30 minutes. Guess what? Here's where I'm telling you, right around the corner here, is that when you start doing this, it's not just 22 minutes. There's more time during the day that you're going to start taking little breaks. So when we look at a top salesperson and we start looking at their sales and the sales going down, here's what we always see. When you've got somebody that's really good in sales, it's not that a lot of times they can't connect with the prospect or find common ground. It's not that they can't qualify correctly. They're not talking to the right person. It comes down to this. They got too comfortable. They got too comfortable during their day. They weren't watching their time. They felt like they deserved it. And guess what? When you start doing that, your mindset actually is starting to quit on you. And so I'm giving you a big warning sign right now if you're in sales and you're doing really, really good. Don't get comfortable, because once you start getting comfortable, you are actually starting to quit on yourself. And before you know it, if you don't catch yourself, you're going to start blaming everybody else. You're going to start blaming the leads. You're going to start blaming the company. You're going to start blaming your colleagues. You're going to start blaming people, and that's a byproduct of you quitting on you. So the very first person that ever quits is not the company. It's not the leads. The first person that always quits is you, because you became comfortable. So now, as we wrap up right now, you've been given a roadmap on how not to get comfortable in sales so that you can stay at the top of the charts and be that rock star that you were meant to be by following this process. Get to work early in the morning. Get your cup of coffee. Get everything taken care of before your shift actually starts or before you've planned your day for you to jump on the phones or your appointments. Make sure you've got all that stuff taken care of and out of the way. If you can, make sure that you get up early. Make sure that you go for a walk or a jog or go to the gym so that your body is starting to not be what? You got it? Comfortable. Because guess what? When your body is not comfortable, then it's making you expand your capacity. It's making you actually want more. And that's the key, is when in the morning, when your body is not comfortable, it's allowing you to actually expand. And it's actually allowing you not to quit before you even get to work. So now that you have this roadmap, now that you know exactly the importance of call blocks, get out there right now, get your mindset ready, and when your sales start dropping, go back to this formula and start asking yourself, am I doing everything correctly? Am I quitting on myself and I didn't even realize it? Now get out there and be an absolute sales rock star.